Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time, we visited the most terrifying, shady location in the big stinking city. The department store, plagued by overpriced merchandise that costs not only an arm and a leg, but also your girlfriend. This time, with our girl resident glass cannon captured, I don't know where I was going with that, we have heard that she is with Monotoli now. Or is Monotoli, as it may be. I don't know, his English was a little bit off, but you gotta commend him for learning our language, given that he's an alien and all. This time, we confront the source. This is what we get for going to Runaway 5 shows and bakeries and not actually confronting the problem that we heard about as soon as we got here. It's the side quester's curse, even though those were mostly required things. Hello, babyface. What brings you to the Monotoli building? I'm an elite businessman who works in Mr. Monotoli's office. This guy is great. Last night, there was a solitaire tournament. I lost my shirt. I'll invite you next time. Hey, wait, do you even know what solitaire is? Do you even know what solitaire is? What a boring tournament where you play by yourselves and then compare scores after the fact. I'm wanting to say that in Japan, he said it was a Monopoly tournament, which is a reference to how Monotoli's name is a reference to Monopoly, and even in Japan, it was spelled with a Y. This elevator is only for Master Pokey's use. It goes directly to the 47th floor. Quit staring at my hips. Why don't you stand somewhere else instead of behind me? No matter what you do, Ness will always turn away in that moment. Master Pokey. Hey? Are you a friend of Master Pokey? It's okay to visit him here. Don't wander around the building. Someone might be suspicious of you and take a pot shot at you with a machine gun. This got oddly T-rated very fast. Whoops. I was almost gonna beat you up. Are you the cousin of kidnapping is wrong, I'll be careful not to kidnap anyone, because you two would get along great, I can just feel it. Yup. You won't get away from me, kid. Get away from me, kid. They cancel each other out, actually, that's pretty clever. Ooh la la. This is my poor old friend. What's your name? Pigs, but no, Ness. Did you come here to beg me for some money? Ooh la la. Don't you recognize me? I'm Master Pokey. Pokey! Get it? I'm now Geldegard Monotoli's partner, and I give him political and economic advice. I heard there were some ratty-looking kids asking for Mr. Monotoli. Was that you, Nez? This isn't a place for the likes of you. Get out of here! Now, loser! You must never show your face around Master Pokey. You got that? You can do nothing about this. No matter how many times you go back in there and talk to them, the result will be the same and he will have you escorted out. You haven't changed much, Ness. I'm Aloysius Minch, Pokey's dad. Due to my son's success, I now live the life of a rich man. Every dog has its day. That's the perfect proverb to describe me. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Ho ho ho! Oh, my jaw is tired. That was very well timed. I actually started coughing. I lost control of my throat at the exact moment that he started coughing. Oh man, when I was a kid, I had never seen the name Aloysius written out before. I'd heard of it, I just never seen it written, so for years I was calling him Aloysius Minch. Given that, 11-year-olds are so known for having good economic and political advice, Pokey hit the big time. Master Pokey was a title that he wanted to be addressed by when he was involved in Happy Happyism. This is where he ended up after that. If we take the text that is in the Japanese version, it is heavily implied, heck, even in this version it's heavily implied, that Pokey's father hated him before this point, and Picky was the favorite child. After Pokey hit the big time somehow, his dad's opinion of him rather changed because now his son has success that he can leech off of. Not only that, but if you were to go back to Pokey's house in Onet at this moment, nothing has changed. Picky and his mom were left behind for Pokey's dad and Pokey to come to the city and do this. This tore their family apart. at this moment, if you were to return to Polestar Preschool... Help, Paula! Hurry, hurry! I don't believe you said that the very first time that Paula was missing. No, you only wish there was no problem here. You shouldn't worry about Paula. She has a guardian angel, it seems. Glad to know your child getting kidnapped is such a recurring thing that you just have a saying for it. What about Daddy-O? No, I don't need to hear about what happened. Paula will be okay. Wow! Why don't you just rest for now? You know where the couch in the den is? It never gets old. The way that this dad treats Ness. Wow, you certainly got knocked down a few overprotective pegs in, to a worrying level in a short amount of time. Well, you're entitled to your own opinion. Working through the night, Jeff fixed the broken pipe. After being fixed, the broken pipe became the Shield Killer. I don't get it. I heard that a guy who looks like Monotoli has been hanging out at Jackie's Cafe. You know, the totally unpopular place. I heard he quietly goes in and out. You know them celebrities, they dress up as stormtroopers at conventions to go around without being seen, but they just get tons of photos taken with them anyway, so what is actually the point? Random stranger on the street gave us a pretty good lead. Hold on just a moment. Yes, right by Mr. Teddy Muscles. I want to talk to you. I heard some bad rumors about Mr. Monotoli. I heard he made a deal with a pure evil entity in exchange for power. You know, stuff like that. The straight dope on the street. Just when I think I've laughed at it all, and you know, I've seen all the funny stuff, then the game just has more fuzzy pickles to hand me. Recognize this place? I feel like we visited it in some alternate dimension. I'm surprised you talked to an ordinary guy like me. I have no information or items to help you out. Don't you think it's natural for a guy like me to be here? I enjoy the atmosphere here. By the way, let me quiz you. There are 5 apples. If you eat 1 apple, how many are left? 5 minus 1 is 4, so 4 is left. It's not funny. Okay, here's another one. Master Pokey's Maid Electra is made to order. Oh, puns are I hate you! Go back to not having items or anything helpful for us. You don't have anything helpful to say either. Certainly not life advice I'd give any credence to. I was in the middle of a caffeine buzz, and I heard I had to go to the bathroom fast. When I got there, I accidentally knocked on the wall instead of the restroom door. The next thing I knew, someone asked, "Who is it?" and really surprised me. Maybe I just imagined it? I used to be Monotoli's employer. Then I realized his schemes made my company go bankrupt. My house and land were taken away. Now I'm homeless. Monotoli didn't used to be so powerful. I want to find out his secrets, so I'm spending my time here, watching to see if he ever drops in. There's a loud noise outside. Must be the 7th inning stretch, and the fans are singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at the stadium. I don't care what anyone says, singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at a stadium is something that I still find wonderful and charming even as an adult. It's something that I don't think is, you know, aged poorly, or something that I think is silly and oh my god, why did I ever like that? Nah, I like it. What? Does Mr. Geldegard Monotoli come here often? Hello, time to get up! It could never happen. Well, actually, that's not true. It's a little bit suspicious how whenever I talk to you from the side, your eye patch switches eyes, so... Is it just for show? Oh. Seems like it's just for decoration, right, when I say something like that about something unrelated. This place is known as Jackie's Cafe. We've heard about it around town. This is presumably Jackie himself. Assuming that it's not a family name or a last name, he probably has got Jackie in there somewhere on his birth certificate. He's a little bit weird in how he is programmed. He has a martini that he's holding, sorry, protein shake. He's holding on to that normally. We talked to him and he put it away. He has an unused back sprite where he turns his head to the side and he still has the drink in his hand. His sprites are very strange, and I can't help but think that maybe that back sprite was supposed to be what he looked like when you talked to him from the side and he wasn't supposed to put the drink away. I don't know, it's weird. And yeah, if it was not immediately obvious, this was a bar in the Japanese version and the sign outside even said so. We go outside to investigate that apparent noise, and thankfully the world does not implode in on itself. Oh, no. I don't want to go like that. I'm glad it wasn't me. He doesn't look like a nice man. There's a person lying on the ground. I wonder if he's... Ooh, I don't like seeing a corpse around here. He's breathing. Has he just been playing too hard? Don't cut in line in front of me. If you give me something, I'll let you have my spot. Will you give me something? Okay, so what do I get? This little snot-nosed deviant yahooligan is why I hang on to the protractor. If the game is gonna give me a completely useless item that has no purpose whatsoever, is not useful in any side quest, anything, I like hanging on to it for the express purpose of giving it to this kid. In speedrunning, this was how I used the protractor to my advantage instead of throwing it away, and so I wouldn't lose anything that would be helpful to the run. Because as much as I don't use sudden guts pills often, or don't really use secret herbs, they could still technically save me in a tight spot when the protractor absolutely cannot do that. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure you can have a useless item. Alright, take my place. Everdread, I'm sorry you risked your skin for me, though, but I already got the $1 million. You were a little bit too late. Aren't you Ness? I can't see too well. Everything's blurry. You are Ness, aren't you? It's me. We met in Tucson. Everdread from Berglund Park. You must remember, I'm the best thief around. That carpenter in Happy Happy Village was hiding something strange. I stole it and thought about selling it in the big city. An old city-wise man called it Mani Mani. It's a strange colored doll-looking thing. Ugh. I'm in pain, and Mana totally tricked me and stole it from me. He tricked a thief. He wanted me out of the way because I know his secret. He gets his evil power from that statue. Listen, I'll tell you only once. At the cafe, check behind the counter. I said I'd only tell you once, but if you insist, I'll tell you once more. Do you want to hear it again? He sounds almost excited to tell us again, but, buddy, I think you need to rest your cardiovascular system and not talk to us. Before I go, here's my last haiku poem. When on your way out, be sure that you say goodbye, then lock the door tight. This is my final request. Don't follow me. I must be on my way. Whoa! So long. I guess a last haiku poem can also be your only haiku poem by definition? Back up! Is that man going to the bathroom? He stared right at me. Ooh, it was scary. Do you know him? He must be a dangerous kid. I'll bet you're on your way to Jackie's Cafe right now. He should really go to the hospital like other sick people do. Lady, not everyone can afford healthcare in this country, buddy. He's not dead. I thought he may have passed on. Don't you feel better since you had a chance to talk with your friend? I help you find him. Oh, shut up, kid. You didn't even have an original character design. They totally stole you from Pigpen and Peanuts. What he was saying, this is all very familiar on a much bigger scale to what we witnessed in Happy Happy Village, the last owner of that statue. We got something going on here. There's something about Everdread that I would like to tell you about. It's something that I didn't know, and it's a great new detail that I cannot believe exists. You remember when I went around Tucson having Paula dead and, you know, returning her to her family as a ghost, seeing what would happen? All of that is really dark stuff, but there's actually more to it. I would like to thank Amiable Nebula on Twitter for sending me this, because I've never heard of this before. If you talk to Everdread with Paula dead and try to get the reward from him for clearing his name of the crime, he says, I heard that you've been pretty proud of yourself since you saved Paula's life. Think about it. You didn't actually save her. Come back when you've accomplished something. They make you feel like the slime that is scraped off of the scum that is scraped off of the earth for that. Ouch! There's a lot of surprisingly dark, deep cutting lines out there, but that just might be the darkest one yet. Kids shouldn't drink espresso, it'll stunt your growth, stubby! And quit hanging around here. What? Mr. Monotoli's here. You must be thinking of someone else. Talk to everyone else again, including unassuming McLocal Guy Pants, but to no avail. No one else says anything different. Now to follow the only lead that we have, and guys, I think you might want to redo the tile work in this place. It looks very artifacty. Very unprofessional work. No, it's not the 3 tent glitch. No, that's right. I am the host here. What? Fourside? Are you still sleeping? This is Moonside. Yes, that's wrong. I'm the hostess here. Bad guy time. It is Robo Pump. This is a very predictable enemy. On its turn, it will always do a countdown. It always goes in a pattern of whispers 3, murmurs 2, mutters 1, then it uses a bomb on you. After that, it'll fully restore HP to at least one enemy on its side, itself if there is no other enemy with it, and then it will say tick-tock and repeat the pattern from the beginning. Yes is no, and no is yes. It makes perfect sense in Moonside. I never thought of it until now, but how fitting that we had the experience we did when walking out of Jackie's Cafe for the very first time. Next time on EarthBound, we explore the separate reality we found from spending too much time in a bar. See you guys then.